as Call Me Waz. Try to do these videos, and I try to get upset because, I'm trying to figure out what to explain to people. Let me move my camera here so you can see me a little bit better. I tried to explain to people that a big thing, I was listening to Tommy today. I'm just trying to, I'm not trying to get a subject, but I talked to Tom. I was kind of like looking at Tommy today, and she's a very beautiful woman. But this woman has a thinker, and she's very young. And I'm glad that she learned this stuff early, and she realized that our whole world has changed so much that it's caused itself to eat itself from the inside out. And what I mean about this is that people go around saying, well, social is that, social is this, radicalism this, and radicalism that. Let me give you a meaning of radicalism. The term radicalism, the opinions and behavior of people who favor extreme changes, especially in the government, radical political ideas, and such more. Okay? This is what radicalism is. This is what it means. Okay? Now, another definition that I wanted to give you tonight is the definition for socialism. Okay? And socialism basically, here's the definition for socialism. Political economic theory of social organization that advocates the meanings of production, distribution, exchange should be owned and regulated by the community as a whole. Okay? And what the Merriam-Webster says, that the definition of socialism for students, okay, a social system or theory in which the government owns and controls the means of production and distribution of goods. Okay, I want you to think about that. If you got a socialist government, okay, they're the ones going to be running everything anyway because that's part of the government. You got a socialist president, they're allowed the government to run everything. All they have to do is sit back and watch the money fly in. Okay? And like I said, there's so much stuff out there that people don't believe that has changed. Radicalism has changed its meaning, and it has only pertained to one group. Socialism has changed its meaning to the presidents and groups. I want you to think about when you're in California and when you're up there to do Trump rallies, or either that you're a Trump supporter, or if you're a Hillary supporter or Bernie supporter. I want you to think about this. For those who are Hillary and Bernie supporters that do not like Trump supporters, I want you to think about what this stuff means. I want you to think about that. I want you to think about the lies that you've been told for many and many years. Those presidents get up there and say, well, we're going to get this information for you. Okay? Someone says, well, there's files that need to be opened and people need to know what's going on around them. People are wondering things that they hadn't known for a long time. They need to know. It's a secret out there. It's a secret world. It's always been a secret world. And then people talk about the Mandela effect and CERN and UFOs and so forth. I believe all that. There's just something going on. There's got something strange. But you know what? I ain't worried about that right now. I'm worried about why our world has become dangerous. Okay? People say that we are the police of the world. Yes, we are. We act like the police of the world, and we're always going to act like the police of the world. It's because we, as people, aren't the police. It's the government that's the police, because they want to run everything. They want to take everything that's in your pocket, everything that's in another country's pocket, and put it into theirs, and have control. There's always going to be control because there's always a treaty. So, that person over here defied his treaty, and he's got missiles over there, so, he's out there testing and whatever not. Who steps in? Who steps in? The United States, because they think that country is going to cause harm to us. True or false? That's exactly what it is. And when you say that president gets in office, that president is not the president. That's just the name that was given on that plaque. Well, that's President Obama. Well, President Obama doesn't run this shit. The government does. President Obama's name is the only one. That name is just a label up there. It's just the name. That's the president. Okay? It's not the person. It's the name. It's always been the name. And the president says, oh, there'll be change. There will be change. Well, that change came off a piece of paper handed by the who? The ones that run behind the curtain. Just like Wizard of Oz. You know, you got the cowardly lion. You got the one that wants the heart. You got the one that wants the brain. We, the people, want something. We want peace. We want to be able to understand each other. It's been like the Tower of Babel. Nobody understands each other no more. Tongue's been split. We're separating each other. As God warns us about this. It's been separated. Okay? There's a lot of people that think that radicalism is pertained to one group. I have to tell you I differ. I have to say I differ. Okay? A lot of these people don't realize that if you pertain radicalism, the word radicalism, to United States, it's perfect. They want change. Economic change. We've been doing it all the time. Whether you realize it or not. You know, there's people out there that don't realize that we're more radical than ISIS is. Believe it or not. And that's crazy to think about. I mean, if you sit back and think about it, it is. A lot of people are doing it for political gain. Okay? And then you got people complaining about Russia launching their stuff. I don't, like I do, I don't support a lot of people but God, and that's it. Okay? I don't support no church. I don't support no president. I don't support no government. Okay? The only person that I support mentally and in heart is you and myself. And if you think about it, no one really realizes how bad it's gotten. I mean, you look at the news, yeah, someone got shot, someone got dragged behind a vehicle. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Now, these young kids out there, okay, this was another thing, too, that I just had completely enough of. And I've said this on the last video. You young bucks out there, the ones that are younger than me, that hadn't been in the place that I have been, the things that I have seen. That's why they call me wise, because I've been wise enough to talk to the older people. I've been wise enough to talk to those on the street. I've been wise enough to see what it's like to live homeless. I've been wise enough to know what it's like to be crazy, to be on meds, to feel the hate inside. I think a lot of people realize that. Government doesn't have a lot of places out there. You got mothers taking advantage of supports systems. You got people taking advantage of Social Security, taking advantage of the government pay, government fundings. While other people are living on the street, the young lady here in town, she's living in a car. And what it does, people of Arkansas do. What do they do? We back her up. We help her. We give her a place to go. Help her find her way home. We don't do it because we want to feel good. We do it because that's just the way the nature should be. And you sit out there and you got these people out there shooting in the streets. You got your neighbor dealing drugs next to your door, maybe to your kid. Or more the former child that's going to be shot the next day. And we don't stop that. We just watch. We watch. We don't protect our country. We expect everybody to protect us. We don't protect ourselves. And that is the worst thing to ever do. Depend on our country. Depend on the police to be there when they need to be. And half the time they don't get there until 30 minutes from now. Or an hour and a half because they're dealing with another problem. And half of those problems because there's people that just won't grow the hell up. True or false? You know, life is an adventure. It's always going to be an adventure. This is why we were given choices, whether we're going to make the right choice or not, whether we're going to love or hate. It is simply a decision. But instead, we got people like Bible thumpers, those who find religious belief as to be the runner of the United States, cramming the Bible down people's throats or cramming down a book that isn't even the Bible at all, telling people things that Jesus never did say, writing things in books that's never been written. Well, half the time you don't believe half the crap people tell you. The only people you're going to ask is him up there if it's true or not. What do I do next? What's my next step? And all you're going to hear is love. That's all you can do. Love and protect yourself. That's all you're going to hear. Your next door neighbor ain't going to care about you. They're more worried about taking care of themselves. Protect themselves. You run to their door when the world's falling apart. There ain't no food. There's food shortage, the water shortage. You run to their house for some help and food. Clean clothes. And they'll slam that door in your face. You know why? Because they don't care about themselves. That is the weakest point in everybody's life. So easy to hate and so easy to slam that door in someone's face because they asked for help. True. And people out there doing drugs are going to jail. There's so much people being crowded in the jails and not even getting the help they need to get off the drugs, to help them get back to where they need to be. Got to work hard for your family. Provide for your family. Depend on yourself, not others. Don't work that way no more. You guys have been given so much free things. It ain't free no more. Comes with a problem. You think that you're getting a hamburger? No. You're just getting a heart attack from it. You think you're getting a backpack? No, all you're getting is a paper bag. telling you. That's the way the world works now. Run it cheap. Make it cheap, run it expensive. Because people can't afford to live. Houses costs went up. Can't provide for yourself to live in a home. Cars went up. Cost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And this shit's made out of plastic. True or false? Oh, it's just how they make it. They have to take time to do this and that. Look, those industries where they get their crap, yeah, they don't cost that damn much. Because half the crap you get is aluminum and freaking plastic. Yeah, true. Because I know the old style engines and a lot of that stuff was metal. And that was a lot cheaper than what it is now. Bread used to be 10 cents, 25 cents. Now, can't buy bread unless it's like $3. Gas, that's a give and take right there, because you got to fight for oil companies and stuff like that. And half the crap they should have already done with electric cars. True? False? I want you guys to think about that. The world can change if you help it change. I wouldn't support none of those people. Support any of those people up on stage. None of them. All you're wanting to support is a puppet. That's all it is. Just a puppet. Let's watch. You support that puppet. You ever heard the dog problem? You feed the dog, and then one day the dog's going to bite your hand. Feeds it. Bingo. I want you guys to think about that. I'm going to try not to go over time, but I love y'all. But I want you guys to look up. I want you to look up those words. Okay, socialism. Okay, radicalism. And I want you to pertain it to the United States. See how bad it is. Okay. I know that I'm against ISIS. I don't like the fact that they think that they're Muslim, and they're not. They're not. It's just a bunch of people that do it just like the Christians do it. They believe that they shouldn't, there's Christians out there who do the same thing. That they want to kill because the book said so. They want to kill because the book says so. The Muslim, believe it or not. But then he says, in the name of a man. Okay? I want you guys to think about that. But I'm going to have to give you guys some deep words. That, like I said before, it is so easy to hate than to love. It's so easy to pull that trigger, to shoot somebody, than resolve the problem. It is so easy to lie and walk away than to tell the truth and stand the fight. Someone told me, actually asked me a question. Actually, a pastor did once. He says, son, if a man asked you what religion you are, and they wanted to shoot you if you don't tell them that you're their religion, would you allow them to shoot you? I said, yes. He said, why? Because I didn't lie. I'm being honest. I believe a true Christian does not take the Bible out of context. Okay? I may not go to church and believe what these churches preach anymore because it's gotten so bad. I want you guys to believe in what you want to believe. I want you guys to understand that walking in the right path is the way to go. I'm no Mr. Rogers by no means. I am no, I'm no rock thrower. I want you guys to believe that you can do it. That you can fight for yourself. Don't depend on nobody. Half the time they try to depend on you. Let your family depend on you. Depend on yourself. Don't depend on anybody else. The government ain't going to help you. I guarantee that. 5 cents on the food stamps and you're making $200 a month. Doesn't help. And you're living alone. Take care of yourself. You ask God why. What you think about that? Love you all. Call me wise. Signing out. Peace.